You've got Nancy Pelosi and Maxine Waters in a press conference, in the same press conference thinking Bush is still in office after he's out of office 8 years and change. You've got Waters thinking that Putin invaded Korea. Doesn't even say north or south. I mean, it's just total cuckoo land. And that's who's running things. People that think islands are floating. Yeah, put a sail on them. You know, did you hear Hawaii crashed into California last year? It was floating around out there. It's not floating. It's an underwater mountain with the tip sticking out. I can't believe you have to explain this to people. But and you say, oh, well, that's just some idiot on the street. You know, Mark Dice goes and finds morons. No, he doesn't. He'll go interview 20 people and 19 of them say put gun owners in forced labor camps. That's who those Californians are. We do it in Austin, it's 9 out of 10. Still frighteningly dumb, frighteningly evil, frighteningly authoritarian. They're ready to do whatever if the state says do it, because that's how they're in. That's how they're trendies. They've submitted their will over to the system that's out to destroy them. He goes out and says, let's have reparations where all whites pay a white privilege tax, and white people, black people, you name it, go, you bet, we're all for it. These aren't just dumb people on the street. This is Nancy Pelosi. This is Maxine Waters. In the same 5 minutes, they don't know what planet they're on. I was watching other press conferences of theirs. I went back last night, spent about an hour, and they're just, what's this? To the microphone, and just, they don't know what they're doing. They can't find their big fat rear ends with both of their criminal paws. But they've been put there because they're ready to do absolutely unpopular criminal things, in my view. So let's hear from Bill Kristol. I mean, an arrogant. He just sits there with total arrogance, with his chin up in the sky like he's a god. And he's just, his shoulders drooping. Just the body language is just complete mental illness, complete megalomania. But you know what? He should be megalomania. His family came here after running from Stalin and took over the Republican Party and has gutted the entire nation and almost wrecked it. So just, it's good to screw America over. It's good to be a big fat parasite. And so he works with the Democrats to screw America over. He works with Paul Ryan, all the other Soros minions, and he thinks you're stupid. He thinks you're an idiot. And he says the problem is the white working class should be replaced. People figure this out yet, but let me give all the minorities a little newsflash. You're the majority. If you bring down America, you burn up your own life raft, you blow up your own birthright. You're complete idiots if you do that. People are like, oh, really? You're going to get it now, Whitey. I'm not, nothing's going to happen to me. Let me explain what's going to happen. You're going to be used to drive down all the wages. You're going to live in a big police state, and then you're going to be totally exploited to make sure there's no ladder out of this for anybody. And people like Kristol is going to sit there and laugh at all of us like we're stupid. Just like Gruber said, thank God the Americans are so dumb and don't pay attention and have no attention spans, because we're going to double and triple their prices. And he's up there on C-SPAN with a bunch of other professors and statisticians giggling and smirking and laughing. It's like a ruling class of uncool, jerk, nerd / serial killer types. That's why most serial killers don't, look like a pocket protector nerd. And they're just out to get everybody. They're hyper aggressive. They want to be dominant. And they've been given an open, free society, and they take that as an excuse. They take our kindness as real alpha males as weakness. And they run completely and out of control with it. And they tell you you're stupid, and then you'll get a bunch of beta compliant women and hype them all up to run around henpecking everywhere in an aggressive display to bring down the civilization. It's crazy. But you can see the plan. You can see the numbers. Open the borders, bring in unlimited third world populations. They can outvote, out-riot, out-drive down wages, anybody, and then it's boom, balkanized society. You've broken the free society. It's over. I'm going to get to that clip in a moment. But meanwhile, how beautiful is this? Matt Drudge fires up the bat beam last night from wherever he's at, up into the night sky to Trump. and says the Republican Party ought to be sued for fraud. It's a joke. I want to see tax cuts right now. Trump promised it. I don't want to see, you know, sanctions on countries that are getting rare earth minerals or whatever. I don't want to see a bunch of UN-style stuff. I want to see action, and I want to see it now. And what happened a couple hours later? Well, Batman saw it. Because what do you think Drudge is doing at night? He's reading Drudge, he's reading InfoWars, he's watching our videos. I can just tell you that point blank right for the man himself. Trump to Drudge, phenomenal tax cut package coming in 2 to 3 weeks. Now, in fairness to Trump, I'm not disagreeing with Drudge, saying that they're going to cut 2/3 of the regulations and signing an executive order is the same thing as a tax cut. I mean, it is, because it's just the money gets passed on to the employees, the owners, it creates productivity, hiring. But in a purest sense, the Republican leadership is trying to send it to 2018 after they, quote, get rid of Obamacare, after they, quote, you know, get rid of this stuff, then they're going to do it. That's what they always do. They always move the can down the road. They're trying to give Trump cover. He doesn't want cover. Just like Gingrich, before he got kicked out of the, entourage, said, we're not going to drain the swamp. Don't worry, I've talked to Trump. Trump said, go out and publicly apologize. Then you never really heard from Gingrich again, did you? Speaking for Trump. They're there trying to undermine his base while they pretend that they're their friends. But how beautiful is that to see within 12 hours, puts out the tweets in the afternoon, hits the news at night, Trump goes and reads it, you retweeted at Trump, you are communicating the American people through Drudge directly with the President of the United States, who is directly listening to you for like 3-4 hours a night, reading stacks of mail, and he has computers, and Trump more and more is getting on computers himself. He's learning to cut off the people that, quote, bring him what they want him to see. So he's in there in his office at night with computers all around him, himself, getting in there, investigating, looking, and making phone calls. And then about 2 o'clock in the morning, he goes to sleep. He gets up at about 6:30. Drudge, Republican Party should be sued for fraud. They only know how to be opposition, not lead. Within hours, Trump to Drudge, phenomenal tax cut package coming in 2 to 3 weeks. We're going to be announcing something, I would say, over the next 2 or 3 weeks that will be phenomenal. President Trump, to his conservative critics, I read you loud and clear. Last time I talked to Trump, I'm not going to get into it, but he said, you watch, I'm going to massively bring Congress a huge tax cut for across the board, Alex. I will not let you down. Watch. Now let me talk to your wife. The point is, I mean, that was a joke, folks. The point is that this is a crazy, crazy, crazy world. And the establishment wants full control of everything you do, not just the power structure. And Trump doesn't want to be a control freak running your life. He wants to turn you loose, set you free, and he wants to preside over that. The bad news is Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, all of them are openly trying to drive down the market, trying to tell everybody to dump their stocks, trying to kill the recovery that never came that they promised 9 years ago. And they're putting out articles every day. Signs of a recession. There should be a recession. We're seeing signs of it. It could be a depression. Now MSM, that never pushes doom and gloom, they're pushing doom and gloom right now. Let's go out to break with Bill Kristol. White working class should be replaced by immigrants.
Look, to be totally honest, if things are so bad, as you say, with the white working class, don't you want to get new Americans in who aren't going to be... I'm serious. You can make a case that this is going on too long and this is too crazy, probably, and I hope this thing isn't being, like, videotaped or ever shown anywhere. Whatever tiny, pathetic future I have is going to be totally collapsed. You can make a case that America has been great because every I think John Adams said this at the beginning, right? Basically, if you're in a free society, a capitalist thriving society, after 2, 3, 4 generations of hard work, everyone becomes kind of decadent, lazy, spoiled, whatever. And then luckily, you have these waves of people coming in from Italy and Ireland and Russia, and now Mexico, who really want to work hard and really want to succeed and really want their kids to live better lives than them and aren't sort of
that's enough.
flipping coupons.
So what he says is fundamentally true, but then let's get rid of the white people. Oh, and waves from Russia, like you. And the point is that he's making it about white people. And the issue is that's not even statistically overall true. It's true you do get some decadence in every strata of society once people, basically spoil their kids. But to just advertise the fact that unlimited giant migrant waves coming to the country is a good thing, or the fact they're being turned into political weapons, well, that's just untenable. And again, that's what you've done, Mr. Crystal, with the Democratic Party working together to bring us under globalism, is you've brought in groups of people and then brainwashed them against the country, and that's called treason. This has been adopted as of 2017 by the Department of Defense. All 4 branches of the military, Combat One. And guess who in the spring of 2017 has the exclusive right to sell this to everybody else but the military? Infowars.com. I want to commend Q and Patrick and the rest of our team. I want to commend Combat One for getting the big Pentagon deal. And I want to thank them for supporting us because they know we support America. We are the exclusive source of Combat One skin and muscle optimization, field foam, field spray, skin and muscle optimization, and broad spectrum hygiene tactical bath. Contains 8 pre-moistened cloths. Ladies and gentlemen, these are incredibly affordable, and they have patented proprietary systems. That's why it's been adopted by the Pentagon, by the Defense Department, system-wide. I'm gonna go over some of the numbers, some of the proven statistics and the claims that Combat One can make right now. Never before has the public been able to access this new Combat One military-grade hygiene technology used by special operations to maintain hygiene during survival situations. Studied for safety and effectiveness by St. John's Medical Research Institute, St. Jude's, and the American Journal of Infection Control. The technology behind Combat One wipes kills bad bacteria while leaving beneficial skin bacteria unharmed. That's the key buffer. The toxic wipes, the sanitizers kill everything, including your immune system. They lower your fertility. It's all admitted. Combat One is able to do this naturally by only targeting the bad stuff. And again, it's all patented. It's super secret. 12 years, Special Forces testing it. This is something every info warrior needs to order, needs to have in their home, needs to use in their daily lives, whether it's cleaning your guns or your own skin, or when you're out camping. This is the game changer. The entire family of Combat One is available exclusively at InfoWarsStore.com.
Just coming back from the river where I was using one of our water filtration straws, a certain device we sell here at InfoWarsStore.com, and I had smacked my knuckle pretty hard the other day with my knife after cleaning one of the animals. So I want to use some Combat One foam, show you guys that we actually use it, how well it works. This wound's been open for about 5 days now. I just dipped it in and out of the river, so just to better safe than sorry. Once I let that soak in, I'll wrap it up, field dress, and nice and clean again.
And it certainly is coming to the rescue with Combat One, born in America, made in America, and now distributed by InfoWars to America.